Welcome to the land of classic aviation. Isn't that cool? 727 DC-9 mini classic airplane here. And today we're gonna fly in one of these. So excited to walk around. The 727 has this feature. There's a back stair coming out from the backside. So how much cargo do we have today?
Today we have 14.7 tons, around 15 tons. But normally we can carry up to 22 tons of cargo. General cargo, like this machinery, equipment, we have fruits and vegetables.
I can actually see their carrots, mango through the little hole in the boxes. How often you do this milk run sending supply to Somalia?
It depends on how many flights we have. Mostly we have 2 to 3 flights every week. These are fish and some meat. We have meat here.
Oh, the meat in the cooler.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Is this for the United Nations?
Yeah, UN and some of the camps or
NGOs.
NGOs in Somalia. Okay, so we have this construction material which is oversized, as you can see, but the guys here are trained, so we've managed to load it and now we'll secure it with the straps so it doesn't move during flight.
How many cargo positions do we have on the 727? I'm really interested.
We can load 12 pallet positions PHA or PHG.
Closing the door. So I'm filming here and I met lots of good people working in the aviation and the cargo industry here. Say hi.
Hi.
This is beyond exciting, flying on a free engine Boeing 727 today.
Hello, good morning. My name is Captain Rafael Reyes from Panama. I fly for Astral Cargo in the company with Captain Oscar as a field officer. And flight engineer will be Joachim. Both guys are from Bolivia, South America. We're going to Mogadishu at flight level 270, 20,007 feet above sea level. Our speed will be 450 miles per hour. It's around 780 kilometers per hour. And our flight time will be hour and 20 minutes on route. The weather conditions are good.
Yeah, we're ready to go now.
Ready to go.
Okay, you're closing to that.
Next stop, Mogadishu.
We have an issue right now. We have an issue with the oxygen, the quantity, because we have dangerous good and we require, in case of split, use the oxygen 100%.
Yeah, now we'll have to spend some time to replace the oxygen bottle.
So the door was closed and then Captain told us we have an issue with the oxygen bottle because carry those fresh food and vegetable. So he's ran off to get oxygen bottle. It's been a while I've been in a free-man cockpit. I just love it. I don't know, I get so excited. Even I'm very tired. I've been on a trip in Africa last couple of days. Today we have actually 2 captains flying and of course a flight engineer operating the throttle power on takeoff and monitoring all the gauges.
16,500 hours today in this airplane, this particular airplane.
16,000 on 727?
On 727.
It's your favorite airplane?
Yeah.
I always wondering, what is it flying in this region like? Especially going to Somalia and all that. It must be very challenging.
It is a challenge. The environment is different. And the ATC also is different because everyone, we have different accents. Even in Somalia, Nairobi, everywhere, Johannesburg, also my accent is so different. So sometimes maybe they don't understand me and also sometimes I don't understand them.
Yeah, already we have replaced the oxygen bottle. Now we are good to go.
Hydraulic system.
4.
Start pressure.
I will get pump up for 34.
Start checklist complete.
Oil pressure light off. Cheap. Fuel is on. Start at 575. See that? Three. 575. Fuel on.
Nairobi.
Yep.
Up.
Oil pressure.
Left. Right. Run equipment.
Clear left.
Clear right. Windows.
Close.
Close. Hydraulic system pumps.
On.
Doors.
Close.
And tail skid. After such a checklist complete.
Lights on. Brake release. Start taxi.
Yep.
Confirm.
The instruments flight direction and radio.
Set for departure.
Yaw dampers.
On and check.
Flight controls.
Check.
Speed per tap warning.
Check down and 10.
Stabilizer trim.
4.5. Green band set.
Flaps.
50-50 green light. Okay.
EPR and air speed bags.
214, 216, 214 speed. 129, 129, 153. We're reducing 13 knots. 127 to be 1.
That's it.
That's it. Sete y atrás. Power set.
Took off and climbed very quickly, now reach our cruising altitude 27,000 feet. If you don't know, the Boeing 727 is actually one of the best sellers from Boeing. Over thousands of 727 were made. Now I'm still glad seeing 727 flying strong in Africa after 40, 50 years. There is not much of a luxury in the cockpit, or there's no flight attendant serving you a meal today. But what do you have is Raw Aviation Megaphone. Today we carry one loadmaster and one flight engineer. They're sitting right behind the cockpit here. So the 72 is a classic airplane. It doesn't have the auto panel at the top there like the 78 or 350. The autopilot panel is actually at the bottom. And it's a very simple one. It's even simpler than the one I fly in general aviation. And there's only a navigation. You can hold your altitude. It doesn't have the auto throttle.
Guys, Mogadishu is a very exciting area. Too much congested traffic. You know, we have to pay attention, especially in the communication. All procedures in case of evacuation to the sea. We came from this radial. So to lap is the point. The grid mode on this area will be 2,300. From here we're gonna fly to this point, Mike 771, descending to 11,000 minimums. We have to cross the shoreline above 10,000 feet. And then we continue our descent to OCMAC position, December 6, 2020 number, Mogadishu, Somalia Airport. Final approach course 051. Minimum altitude T-Bax 1,800. Descending to 4,075. The minimum sector in 25 miles from the airport is 2,000 feet. In case of go around this approach, climb to 6,000 on our now RMP approach procedure to UMAT position with maximum speed of 2,000 knots. Then we follow the requested vector for the another approach.
In fact, I've been there in 2014. There's only one way to get in there. It's coming in from the sea. This is a procedure to avoid if there's any attack on the airplane. So you land from the sea, never land from the land side.
Mogadishu control, Astral Cargo 005, good morning.
Astral Cargo 005, Mogadishu, morning. Break Astral Cargo 005, Mogadishu, morning again, go ahead.
Astral Cargo 005, Kexum 0638, flight level 270, 2 laps 0701. It's a Bravo 722, 5 Yankee Mike, Whiskey Mike, 7 crew on board.
7 crew on board, confirm.
Affirmative, 7 crew on board.
Roger, go ahead, ETA Mogadishu.
Mogadishu, expecting 0717.
Roger, Astral Cargo 005, Mogadishu, no report traffic, flight level 270, report top of descent.
I will report top of descent, Astral Cargo 005.
And then flat story landing check. We are not here tonight? Flat story. So say landing gear down. Landing lights on. 500. Minimum landing. 400. Disregard. 3 reverses. Shutdown check. Beacon. Off. Off. Exterior lights. Nav.
Start lever. Parking brake.
Set.
GPS FM. Electrical.
Review.
Fuel pump.
Off.
Hydraulic system 8 pump switches.
Pumps on down.
Air condition.
Off.
Oxygen regulators.
Get off 100 back.
Off 100. IPSI circuit breakers. After the stairs, shutdown checklist is complete. Stand by the
Time 0725, block 0735, fuel remaining 13.6, fuel burn 8.3.
Captain, that landing woke me up, man.
that was the point.
That's a cargo jet landing. We don't have passenger. That's the point. That's right. Wakes you up. Yeah, but
Positive landing is named that. But sometimes happen.
sometimes, but I think any landing you walk away with is a good landing, right? Yeah, but I love it. I still love it. The 727 is so strong. Doesn't matter how you land, it stays like that. Just this airplane you know, is built in the golden era aviation in the 70s. And you know, you have reading the 6 packs, all the gauges, and it's just beautiful. You know, I became a pilot, I got to appreciate, and it looks very complicated, but you got to appreciate and learn a little bit more, and that's how aviator flies.
We expect 40 minutes to offload the cargo, and then we load our pallet stack and we depart for Nairobi within the next 1 hour.
Since we landed here, we haven't stopped plane spotting because everything's so interesting here. What a humid, windy day outside, and it's so loud. There's so many props going around. It's really busy. It's the Wild Wild West here. You know, there's so many airlines I've never seen, never heard of. Fokker 50, Antonov 26, Mil 8, Antonov 72. It's an exotic place in Somalia. And obviously, I've been here 7 years ago, and that time there wasn't that much traffic. So obviously it has grown, and I think that the country is growing and growing. That's why there's a lot more passenger coming in. Maybe one day, it might be a tourist place to visit one day. So Mogadishu is kind of like a hub here. All the cargo and passenger came here, and then they go to elsewhere in the country. While we're having fun plane spotting around, the cargo's all been offloaded. A lot of perishable fruits, vegetables go out to the UN and the NGOs. So we're going back any moment now. So all the captains are ready. We're gonna fly back. Who's takeoff and landing out of this sector? Again, Captain, right? Yeah, I think you were just testing the landing gear, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to reivindicate this time.
Yeah?
I'm trying to make a soft landing in Nairobi.
Oh no, I want a harder one. Because the 727 is strong.
Start pressure,
40 psi.
start checklist complete.
As for engine start.
We are ready. We are clear.
Okay?
Yes.
Hey, start engine number 1.
Number 1.
Controls.
Well, Captain, I don't know what happened on that landing. That was a butter. That was not a hard landing as I thought, huh?
Sometimes happen. The conditions are good, but the wind maybe is more gusty than
Well-
they reported, but it's normal. Normal landing, it's positive landing is normal.
Love it. Thank you so much for flying me today.
Okay, come on.
And you know, during the flight, I found out this airplane is 46-year-old. It's older than me. It was flying in the air before I was born. And what a beautiful flying time machine. I'm so glad today able to fly on the 727 and share with you guys that experience, and hope you enjoy flying it too. Just got off the 727 and look, there's a DC-9 series. Next week, I'm gonna get on board this 46-year-old DC-9 and go to another part of Africa. Let's take the adventure together.